Who is your person from the past? Mr. Hal.
And where does Mr. Hal live?
Just across from our house. When I got born.
What year were you born?
I was born in 1947.
Whoa.
I was born in Germany.
When did it die?
My father was in the Army of Occupation
When did it die?
in Germany.
When did it die? What something you did to be a risk taker? What you did to be a risk taker?
A risk taker?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, let's see.
I went to the military.
Well, I think the biggest risk I took was when I went to graduate school.
Okay.
And graduate school was
Okay.
very
Okay.
complicated and difficult.
Okay.
Isaac, why don't you ask what Mr. Hal studied in graduate school?
Okay. Why you did study and graduate in that school?
I studied law.
When were you 5 years old? What was life like when you were in kindergarten?
Like,
What you did when you were 5 or 6 years old, and what was your life?
Well, I'm almost 70, so that was 65 years ago that I was 5 years old. And life back then was not much different from today because we were at war then. My father was in the Korean War. We didn't have the technology that we have today. TV was pretty rare. We didn't have a TV. Life was pretty regimented, which means that there were a lot of rules because my father was a military officer. I obeyed orders.
Okay.
And I did what was expected of me.
What did you do for fun? What did I do for fun?
Oh, wow. Basically, I think just play with other children. I was an only child at that time, so...
that means no brothers or sisters.
Right.
Aww.
So...
I got a brother.
I know you do. So I used to play with other children on the post.
Okay.
I used to go watch the parades with my mother.
Okay.
And my mother's family lived about 40 miles away from West Point. So we'd go visit my mother's family.
That's his grandma. Like go to visit his grandma?
Right. My grandparents and my aunts and uncles and cousins. We'd go to the zoo.
We go to the zoo.
Right.
I go to the zoo a lot.
Yeah. And we'd go to New York City every once in a while. But overall it was a pretty simple life, waiting for my father to come back from the war.
Where do you live when you're 5 years old? Where he live?
We lived at West Point, which is the United States Military Academy.
Okay.
And while I lived there, my father was fighting in Korea.
Did you went to kindergarten, and what kindergarten was that?
You know, I don't remember going to kindergarten. I think I did. I do remember that I did. And I remember what I liked most about it was the finger painting. I really liked finger painting.
Do you finger paint in kindergarten? No, do you paint? Do you paint in kindergarten art?
All in my classroom.
Yeah, so you paint. So that's one way you guys are the same.
Right. And learn the alphabet.
Okay, I'm done with the alphabet.
learn numbers.
I'm done with the number.
Um,
I'm not.
Schools are more advanced now than they were back then. So what pre-kindergartners are learning are probably what we learned. Let's see, what else did we do? It was all on post, so the school was run by the military with civilian teachers. And the thing that was alike for everybody is that all of our fathers were in the military, and all of them were, or most of them were away in the war.
How many kids were in your kindergarten?
Me.
How many are in your kindergarten?
32.
Two. And how many were in Mr. Hal's kindergarten? About?
I would have to guess about 25.
Thank you.
You're very welcome.